Welcome to the channel. My name is Noah. I am a psychic tarot reader, and this is going to be a tarot reading for you right now. And I'm picking up on someone who you're very committed. You might have a lot of energy right now. You may feel very invigorated with the new year. I'm picking up on like a lot of pent up energy, pent up emotion. You could also be on the flip side of that, of like going into the new year and feeling very sluggish, feeling like kind of hungover from the holidays, not feeling very excited, because I feel like a lot of the times there are extremes. It's dichotomous, right? Yin and yang. And so whichever energy that you're in, the name of the game right now is stillness. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming out. It's grounding. It's connecting with yourself, connecting with your immediate surroundings, the earth, being grounded, because this is you. I just got this new deck. It's like the Pot Tarot. So you may be a stoner, I don't know. But see, this is you, and you're a plant right now, and this is the universe, and the universe is watering you. The universe is bringing in a lot of energy. We also have the Ace of Wands, a lot of pure primordial essence that they're giving to you. And it's coming in like whether you want to or not. And I feel like in January especially is going to be like feeling like you are filled. And so you need to be in the receiving mode to like receive that energy and that inspired action from spirit, because I am getting like, you know, that there is like 2026 is the year of the horse, right? It is of movement, but the energy that and the message that I've been getting for January and for like this immediate time period, and we'll see, like maybe it'll stretch into February, I don't know. But right now, the energy is one of stillness, of not rushing in, of not going ham and burning yourself out, but taking inspired action. So taking the time to like write down your goals and then, you know, naturally move into them, how it feels, you know, implementing little steps, you know, day by day, week by week. I also pulled Angel and Lily, which is spiritual guidance, protection from harm, and spiritual love. You are incredibly protected right now in your stillness. If you're worried about opportunities missing you, people not waiting on you, feeling like in this energy of rush because you don't want to miss out, like fear of missing out, know that you are protected, that you are the lily, that spirit is watering you, that your angels are with you, protecting you, and that you can take this time to center yourself, to go into the new year with an intention of slowness, of reception, of you know, committing to your goals into this new period of your life. And you know, I think it will be showing up in your health. I pulled the cane. Pay attention to your health. So if you've been dealing with like health issues, I really feel like a lot of it is stress. A lot of it is feeling overwhelmed, taking on other people's energy, other people's karma, because you feel like it's your responsibility. And Spirit is saying, like, take time to nurture yourself. Take time to be slow, to embrace the stillness, because it's in the stillness, it's in the silence that we receive, that we get the best inspiration. And I'm getting that with the Ace of Wands. Like, it's within this stillness and almost boredom, but it's not boredom, because I really think that it's kind of a balance, like letting yourself be in stillness and maybe being bored, but letting yourself be in that emptiness is how you get inspiration. It's how you feel the drive to do things. So let yourself be still for some period of time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. Go sit outside and just be still. Just listen. See how many things you can hear. Listen to the birds. Listen to the cars going by. Does someone have their sprinklers on? Can you hear the school down the street and the kids playing? Can you hear someone yelling in the distance? Can you hear a dog barking? You know, whatever. Like, pay attention and be still, and that's how you will receive from the universe. Because I feel like maybe you don't really know what the next step is. Maybe you're kind of confused. We'll get some more cards. But the name of the game is being slow. Let's put this. Do some more of this pot tarot. I'm still trying to figure out like the energy. I feel like whenever I get a new tarot deck, it's like you have to kind of like grow a relationship with the cards and with how they kind of interpret the energies. I was at a New Year's Eve party and the people there had this incredibly old Marseille tarot deck, and it was like in French, and it was super old and like had stains, and it was like these little cards, and they got them from a thrift shop, and they said that like those cards always read you. They always are like super harsh and like tell you this shit, like, and that they, you know, they're a couple, and that they did a group, like a couple reading, and that they very clearly like one of them was hiding something from the other one. And they're like, okay, so you're lying to me? And they were like, no, well, I haven't been lying, but I haven't told you about this thing. So, oh, shit. The Seven of Pipes, which one is that? I think pipes are air. Let's see. Okay. So I pulled the Devil and the Seven of Swords in reverse. And I'm getting that this feeling of like rushing, that you feel like you're going to miss out, that someone else is going to take this opportunity, is like this devil energy. And what is the devil? The devil is not some entity out there that's trying to tempt you and to make you eat of the fruit and make you indulge, and has like, and wants you to like drag you down to hell so that you can be separated from your loved ones and from God, and it's all about a test and you need to resist and resist. Like, no, the devil is just our own fear. It's our own separation from our divinity and from God. So I'm getting like, this is an energy that you need to confront, that you are confronting. And what is this energy? It's this idea that, well, first of all, it could be like substances and habits that you haven't completely confronted, that you're maybe it's stealing, maybe it's something along those lines, that you're still grappling with, and maybe haven't admitted to yourself fully that this is impeding you, that it's something that you don't even want anymore, that you have recognized to be unhealthy or not helping you anymore. Maybe it was in the past a coping mechanism that allowed you to get through tough times, but now it's just become a hindrance because you're in a different place. I'm also getting, though, that this is, you know, people getting away with things. You could have in the past dealt with people who took advantage of you, who were choosing to get ahead with no regard for other people, choosing profits, choosing material things over the real human people. And so Spirit is saying, if you did deal with that, first of all, just know those people are deep in their shadow. They are not happy. They are not healthy. They could probably have a lot of health issues with it. And that you, one, were protected from the brunt force of that, because your angels are surrounding you. And so if someone did get away with something and you felt like you got the short end of the stick, know that, one, they're going to get theirs. They're going to get their karma, right? God sees everything. And two, that even though that was maybe an unfortunate situation, it did put you in the position to grow, right? The cool thing about Spirit and about God and about the universe, however you want to call it, is that they alchemize everything. Every bad or negative decision that people make, you know, that they make out of their shadow, that they make out of fear, that they choose to go against their higher selves, God is all-knowing, God is all-powerful. So with every decision that happens, they alchemize it into the best way. They use it, Spirit uses it to help you and other people grow so that they can be put in positions. I feel like I kind of picture it as like a pivot, or like a big puzzle, and or like a big picture basically. And every decision that anyone makes like rearranges the puzzle or rearranges the picture and like adjusts things. But the picture is still the same. The picture is still of perfection. It's still of, love and growth. And so just know that these things were like, they are alchemized. Spirit is alchemizing them. And by you taking, like recognizing that and choosing to grow from it is how you also alchemize it within yourself and alchemize those negative emotions into positive growing ones. So think if you are experiencing this situation or did in 2025, or whenever. This video is timeless, but I'm just speaking because this is the time of the year that we're at now. That, choose to grow from it, choose to be like, okay, well, what can I learn from this situation? And I think just to share something from my own story, like a big moment for me, and like Spirit brought this person into my life because like it was coincidentally that we like reconnected, but I was connected with someone and I was really, really close to them. We formed a very close relationship, and they basically ghosted me and I didn't hear from them. And it was like a huge heartbreak for me. And, once I moved through the emotions of the heartbreak, of the sadness, and I expressed myself to my loved ones and like, to God and to my journal, I realized that one, like I had been put in this situation because of something I had done in the past, where I was on the flip side, where I was the one who did the ghosting in my past. And two, that I learned so much about myself like in that relationship, that I need to speak my boundaries, that I need to put myself first, that I need to speak my mind and my emotions, that I want emotional intimacy, that I want someone who can talk to me about their feelings and who gives me space and can listen to me and, follows through on their words. And so I like learned this about myself. And, I came out of that situation knowing myself more, knowing what I wanted out of relationships, and also with more power and more resolve to speak my truth, to speak what I want to the people that I want to pursue, friendships or romantic relationships or any kind of relationships. I speak my truth, and that is how I get what I want. So I feel like that's, a big lesson, choosing to see how I can grow from these things and how you can grow from these things. And it is a commitment. And, I do think this ties into this idea of stillness, like choosing to be still in our emotions, to feel them, to feel the loss, the hurt, the anger, the betrayal of, whatever, to feel it and to recognize what those feelings are telling us about the situation, about ourselves, about what we want and what we need. If that doesn't resonate with you, then I feel like this is, again, choosing not to rush into things, choosing to make decisions out of a place of confidence and faith in your goals, and that your beautiful dream life is there for you, and not being like worried and acting from this place of someone's going to take what's mine. If I don't do this now, it's never going to happen. Like, you have time, you have space. Let's get some more cards, Spirit. Thank you for these messages. Thank you for bringing this person here today. Thank you for giving me this platform, this connection to Spirit, this beautiful time to share together. What other cards? What else does this person need to know? Ace of Cups in reverse. And then, wow, Queen of Cups. Yeah, okay. So first off, I feel like maybe you felt disconnected from your emotions, or you were engaging in acts that disconnected you from your intuition, from your emotions in the past. And this could be substances. This could be alcohol. This could be drugs. It could also be like sex. It could be like doom scrolling or screen time. Just I'm getting this like very distracted energy. You were distracting yourself from the truth that you knew to be true, because it felt really bad, because it felt uncomfortable, and you're leaving this behind. And this new stage of your life is going to be where, instead of suppressing it and ignoring it, you are choosing to then call it in, feel it, and then make decisions not out of those emotions, right? Like that doesn't mean feeling them and then in that fit of crying and anger, you drunk text that person, or you drunk call that person. It doesn't mean like you are so angry because you're feeling those angry emotions, and then you send this long text with expletives and accusations and blame to that person, right? And those could be very, very real feelings that you feel, and they are authentic and need to be felt. But instead, like, choosing a safe place to do that, like filming yourself, talking to them person, like if you could say whatever, writing down a letter where you could, write down all of your grievances with that person. It can be also with yourself. Write down your grievances to yourself if you're dealing with self-image, if you're dealing with some self-hatred, like just writing it down and expressing it and allowing it to be expressed, right? And then from there, once you have expressed it and you feel like you've explored these emotions, then making decisions, then, whatever that decision might be in action, right? But then, not being afraid to set the boundaries, not being afraid to communicate like the bottom line. Like, for example, you have a friend who you feel like takes advantage of you, who you pour so much into them and they never give to you. Writing it all down, venting that frustration, venting that feeling of, I want someone to care about me. And then, editing it down to just, the gist that you can express to them, like, hey, I don't feel cherished in this relationship. For example, I'm always the one who calls you. I'm always the one who reaches out to hang out. And I feel like you don't do those things. And I feel like you don't care about this relationship. So moving forward, if we are going to continue this relationship, I need to see that you're making an effort. And if you aren't, then I am going to stop reaching out. I'm going to stop, listening to your 2 a.m. calls when you need to vent or you need to talk through a problem. Setting those boundaries and then, acting in them. And it could be boundaries with yourself, and it could be, emotion with yourself, because I am getting a lot of like self-introspection in this reading. Yeah, death in reverse. And this is going to feel like a change. It's going to feel like a death. Whenever we, move into a period of changing something about ourselves, about our daily lives, how we approach things, it is an ego death, because we as human beings identify with, our job, our relationships, how we act. We think that it's us. Our ego feeds on that. And so when we change something, when we start a new habit, or we break a habit, or we end a relationship, or we start a relationship, or we make a change, right? It feels like some kind of death. It feels like, it can feel scary because it's unknown. And the lesson of this card is that every change is good, right? That death isn't bad. It's just the ending of something and the beginning of the new thing. And I feel like this card is especially relevant to the year of the one. So choosing to, grieve it, like let yourself grieve it. Let yourself feel those feelings of like, well, I'm sad that didn't work out, or I'm sad that this thing that was serving me isn't anymore, but there is a time for it. There is a time for grieving, and there's a time for happiness. And if you are in that right now, if you're feeling kind of low, if you're like feeling sad about things ending, friendships or whatever it is, like that that you need to communicate this, that you need to end it, feel it, but like have hope in the fact and have security and faith that, good things are going to come of it. And that even though you're feeling maybe down in the dumps now, like everything is transient, everything changes. And so, tomorrow you won't be feeling like this. It'll feel a little less. And the next day will feel even less, or even hours, right? And I feel like the more that we feel our emotions, the more we're able to move through it and to then go into a new emotional state. So don't like linger in it. Don't, feed it, right? Let it have its time and then let it go. And it will happen naturally. There's not, again, like a lot of it is just letting ourselves naturally move through it, because our bodies, our minds, our souls know how to feel things and then alchemize it and then move through. So let yourself do that. Let yourself like feel the emotions and then feel good later. And I have gotten a lot of feelings like that too. Let's see. What do your spirit guides want you to focus on? Yeah, leap of faith. Card number 3. You could be faced with a situation that does require faith, invention. Yeah. So Spirit is saying, like, this is such a cool thing that I love about spirituality and manifestation. And I'm like tearing up because I'm just so excited. And it's very emotional, but you have to make room for magic in your life. And you have to make room for unexpected things to happen, because if you are controlling every little thing, if you have eyes, if you have specs, if you have ops on every single little aspect of your life, you're not giving the universe room. You're not giving spirit your own magic for room for it to happen. So the message is, take a leap of faith, bet on yourself, bet on magic, bet on the universe, right? Because it's when we leap, it's when we fall fully into faith that things are just going to work out, that magic is going to happen. That's when invention, that's when the universe has the power to make things happen. I'm getting like, this is like the fabric of the universe, and this is spirit, or you know, touching, and it makes ripples, right? It's a ripple effect. And also, like, if you've seen the Alien show, Alien New Earth, or Alien Earth, Wendy in that show, she has the power of like over technology. And so what she does is like she touches the screen and it like warps the fabric of TVs, and she's able to manipulate it and like go through different specs and like hack the matrix kind of thing. So, you know, by choosing this faith, by choosing to act where you in darkness, to leap into darkness where you don't really know how it's going to work out on the material plane, it gives spirit the power to work their magic and to make things happen. So like, go on a walk, go to a store that you don't necessarily go to all the time, say yes to last minute plans when people invite you to things, sign up for a class, you know, go out to a venue by yourself and strike up a conversation with the person next to you or the people next to you. You know, like, just make room for unexpected things to happen, and that will propel you into inspired action, propel you into environments that are conducive to accomplishing your goals. Yeah. Caution in reverse. And this doesn't mean, you know, being reckless. I feel like Spirit wants me to say this doesn't mean being reckless. Doesn't mean like jumping off a cliff without a parachute, without anything, without any training. You know, that doesn't mean that. It means doing it in safe spaces where it's little magic, right? It's not saying jump off your roof because you think you can fly. Although if you get like spiritually advanced enough, I feel like you probably could do that. But this isn't saying that. This is saying like, make sure that, you know, you're still making responsible decisions, right? Just a little caution, just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, so that you're not, you know, racing down 100 miles an hour on the highway without your seatbelt on, you know. But I also feel like the lesson of this card is like, that doesn't mean acting from a place of fear of like doomsdaying, but just naturally, it will come naturally. I'm very drawn to, this is the guardian angel card, and like, I feel like your guardian angels will show you when it's time to act with caution and when the leap of faith, because these are both guardian angel cards. So maybe this is a good time to do some guardian angel work. You know, ask your guardian angel to show you the way, to show you when to have leaps of faith and when to have caution. But again, like, you are protected. Yeah, you are protected, and your community will help you. Your community is there. And I do feel like that. I just filmed a video about community, a little bit about community. And, you know, just go out and meet the people in your neighborhood, meet the people in your city, and things will happen. Great things are going to happen. And they're going to show you new modes of being, new ways of being. And if you are having relationships end, this is a great time to go out and meet people, to go explore your community. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that something resonated with you. I am wishing you so much love on your journey. We're in this together, and we can't do it alone. We can only do it with each other. So I would love to hear anything about what's going on your journey. Leave a comment and I will respond. And yeah, the big message here is that embrace stillness and embrace inspired action and being a little whimsy, being a little whimsical with it, being a little cunty with it, being a little manic pixie dream girl with it, like letting your dreams flow, being a little maybe delusional about it, choosing to walk with the innocence of a child, with the whimsy of a child, with the eyes of a child, because you are protected. And when you do that, Spirit won't let anything bad happen to you. You are protected. I love you. Bye. Have a great day.